Okay, so today's going to be an abbreviated session because I have that meeting I spoke about the other day, and I need to be there at noon. So I have to drive to the boat, take the boat to Manhattan, and then take the train to Wall Street and all that. So um, what we're
You don't
looking
have
at
a
here,
helicopter yet.
no, it's the helipad is the problem.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, someplace to park it. So in the meantime, we had our dollar CAD trade triggered sometime yesterday, and that's where we are at the moment. And we were up as much as 25 pips. And for those that would have been comfortable with that, that wouldn't have been a bad bite. Okay, and so we're looking good there. Um, on the oh, and then the other trade that opened up was the CAD yen. Let's go take a look at that. CAD yen opened. I mean, you couldn't ask for any better. We got a new trend starting. We got a nice pullback, so we should get a nice drop. Okay, if normal price action is in effect, we're looking at uh, about this roughly. If normal price action is going to come into play, but I'd be looking more into this area where this trend line is, right in that area. But it certainly should give us a decent number of pips. My stop is in place. I'm going to leave the take profits open because it's a daily chart and I won't be around. Um, on the let me go back to the dollar, the first one here, the dollar CAD. I want to move my stop loss up, but this dollar CAD may be due for a bit of a pullback. So I'd rather wait for a pullback and then let it take off. I'd wait for a bit of a pullback and then let it take off, and then I'll move my stop loss up and lock in a few pips in the process. If I move my stop loss up now, the pullback could come back and tag me out. And that's not an unusual thing to have happen. So we'll sit on that. With the CAD yen is, let me get rid of this line. You see it's doing the dance here. All right. So again, remember these are dailies, so they'll move around quite a bit around that open. On the daily candle, looking at it, you really won't see all the gyrations. You really, need to go down to like a 5 minute, let's say, and just take a look at what's going on. And you see here, this is obviously some sort of a news event. Oh, it's 8:30. That's why. So this is some kind of news. So this news will probably take off and then turn back around and come back into play by the end of the day. So we'll see what happens, unless it's just something really, really unusual. And I'm assuming CAD news. Um, and I didn't check, but let's just look at some of the other pairs here. We'll just let that run a bit. Um, we may get a couple of other pairs kick in because of this news. So dollar yen, I think we had a pending short. Okay, wait, let's just go back up here and look. Let's take it from the top. That's the simplest way to do this. Pound dollar, we have, where's the stop loss here on pound dollar? And where's the order? We have a buy stop. Oh, so that's kind of weird. We had a buy stop above here, I guess, is what it was. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm on a 5 minute chart. That's why it looks so odd. Yeah, on the well, we had a buy stop here, so we're not triggered into this trade yet. Okay, on the daily. All right, and at the time we placed this trade, we had an upsloping 21. All right, uh, pound dollar. Let's look at Euro Chef. This should be up here actually. We look at Euro Chef. It's still in that really tight range here. And in the Euro Chef, we have a sell stop because at the moment we placed that, we were slightly below the 21. And I would prefer that this had actually broken out and given us a little bit of slope to work with, but you have to deal with what you have. Um, Euro Aussie. Let's take a look at Euro Aussie. Where Euro Aussie should be up here also. Okay, Euro Aussie, we had a long trade buy stop. We're not triggered in yet. That could take a day or so, all right, to come to fruition. It's Euro Aussie and then Euro CAD. I hear some news traders back there.
I
And
was actually just closing a trade.
okay, where the hell is Euro CAD? Oh, there it is. Euro CAD. We have a buy, pending buy right there that did not kick in. Okay. So let's go back to our original trades. The dollar CAD. Go back here. And as you can see, when we went to the 5-minute chart, we saw that massive candle. But as I said, more than likely it's going to shoot all the way up and come back, which is what happens usually with some of these news candles. All right. So you see we're up. Looks like we're going to be up 30 pips here pretty shortly. And that wouldn't be a bad place to close the trade and grab some on our way to 100 pips, but we'll just let it cook for a while. All right. And let's go back to CAD Yen and see what that's doing. Same thing with CAD Yen, shot a mile high and pretty much came all the way back to where it started, but let's see what happens with that. And on our Aussie dollar, looks like we're coming back to our entry point here. It's about 2 pips. Let's take a look at Aussie dollar daily. Okay, as you can see on Aussie dollar daily, we're right back at our open again. So, like I said, I'm going to hold this until it does one thing or the other. And we're up 30 pips now on the CAD, on the dollar CAD, and the CAD yen may come back in our favor. So we've got 35 pips, 30 pips or so for the day so far, but we'll see. If anyone's trading it on demo, this would be a time if you wanted to split the trade or move your stop up or do any of the other things that we spoke of. And I just want to go back and look at this dollar CAD just to see. It still needs to go a little bit higher before I start sliding up my stop. And my current stop, I guess, is about 60 pips. Oh no, it's a 100 pip stop. Yeah, I'd need to see this climb up a little bit more, and then I would slide my stop up uh, appropriately. Um,
Oh, there it goes.
yeah, we could certainly, yep, up 40. And now this other one is coming back in our favor. But again, it's going to dance a bit. Just let me see here. I can cut this to 60 pips. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Cut my, make my stop a little bit tighter. All right. And we'll see what happens. This should give us another nice burst up. But we'll see. As I said, if you're in this would be a great place to split the trade or close it out altogether, take the 30 pips and run, depending on what you're trading. And the rest of these are just going to dance around for the most part. And our other trades haven't kicked in yet. I don't have enough time. No, I need to be out of here at like 9 to run through some other charts. But we'll just let this sit the way it is, and then I'll see what happens, see what it looks like when I come back later today. All right. So that'll be it for the moment. And I will talk to you guys over the weekend in the Skype room, and we'll get ready to do this again Monday. All right. I do want to have a Monday class just so we could take a look at any gaps that showed up and look at a quick gap strategy. All right.
You plan on leaving these open?
Excuse me?
You plan on leaving these open over the weekend?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Big,
So,
big stones. All right.
well, I have a stop. I mean, it's not big stones if you got your stop loss in.
Yeah.
It's big stones if you would open with
However,
no stop.
if it blows that stop on FXCM and it's the weekend, they ain't gonna do anything with it for sometimes 45 minutes after the open on Monday, Sunday.
Well, with FXCM in particular, I don't even like to leave a trade open overnight, much less the
Yeah.
weekend. So that's a valid point. But, with this particular broker and with my other broker, the Australian broker, I feel relatively safe in leaving the trades open overnight because you don't get that dramatic shift in spread. All right.
Well, it's not the spread. I mean, I've sat there when the market is opened on Sunday and just waited and waited and waited while my trade got further and further negative, and they finally, then they finally closed it 45 minutes later.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
I mean,
I haven't sat to see that live. I just don't trust the broker with certain situations, and that's one of them.
okay. Well, I'll let you go, Lou. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So we'll keep an eye on this, and then we'll come back later. And like I said, the stop is in, so I'm not too concerned about it on this particular broker. All right.
Okay.
And this and the other one will be posted by the end of the day. All right. I can just set that up now, and that'll take care of itself. You guys get the emails, right, when the new video is posted? If you
Uh,
subscribe to the room, you'll get an email every time a new video is put up. So,
subscribe to YouTube, you mean?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, this way you'll always know when the new video is posted. Okay, I will talk with you guys later. Be well, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.
Okay.